All right, guys, there are spoilers ahead. If you have not seen the first two episodes of Ahsoka, do not watch this. Come back afterwards.
But it's pretty great, so stick around and watch anyway if you really want to.
If you really want to. But don't get mad at us. Enjoy the video. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Just watched the first two episodes of Ahsoka.
First two
episodes.
Kinda. So started out with there was a lot of foreshadowing to the future.
Oh yeah.
Few things that I point out is Ahsoka actually has the map of Luke Skywalker on her ship.
Mm-hmm,
At least that's what it looks like, considering what it actually was in The Rise's
the
Last Jedi, I think it was.
I think so.
Whichever movie, one of the fucking movies.
I think it was The Last Jedi.
Probably. But other than that, so the Sith, former Jedi, pretty interesting. That's a new one. Totally haven't seen that before. Anakin. Totally haven't seen that before. At least this guy wasn't in a big metal black suit. Other than that,
he kind of was. Went over. No, never mind.
Who's the other guy?
That was the other guy.
Inquisitor dude.
Yeah, the weird.
Other than that, you know, the whole plot line of the story, you can kind of tell where it's going. It's picking up from where Rebels left off at the very end of Rebels. Obviously, well, not exactly, because during this time, Sabine has Ezra's lightsaber, has trained to be a Jedi,
and has long hair.
Gave up. Oh, incredibly beautiful hair. She cuts it off, which pissed me off.
Yeah,
but she's still hot as fuck, so I can't say anything about it. But no, yeah, going back into it, Ahsoka. So like they picked it up, obviously where everything was left off as far as Ahsoka and all that. To then bring it back a few years, exactly 8 years after the downfall of the Empire. We did the math. Trust us.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Well, P did the math. I didn't. I just sat there and was like, math. Wow.
So I did the math by looking up ages and then subtracting everything, and the logical conclusion from everything is Darth Vader died at 45. Ahsoka's now 45. Age difference now 8 years.
Ahsoka's not. I thought we said she was like anywhere from 25 to 35.
That's what we originally thought, but she's 45.
Okay. That would make sense, yeah. Okay.
But no, yeah, so everything picks up. Obviously, the New Republic's still battling the traitorous people. A lot of this, what you'll realize is even though it's focused more towards the Jedi Sith, Thrawn's return, which I am so hyped
Oh my god, dude. Oh, it's gonna be great.
Okay, for those of you guys that have seen my stream, I've been playing the non-literal fucking stop out of Thrawn's Revenge, and it literally lines the entire timeline from this exact moment of where Ahsoka's at, especially in that game, which is really nice. And to actually see Thrawn not only in live action, to see Ezra come to live action, possibly, who knows? I mean, he was on the hologram, so he is in live action. To see all this stuff, you know, from especially Rebels. A lot of us grew up on both the Clone Wars and Rebels. And Rebels was more the kids-friendly version of what the Empire was doing to the galaxy.
Oh, yeah.
But what you'll notice about this show is it ties a lot of what the Mandalorian and Andor have previously showed you. But just the aftermath. Kind of like what the Mandalorian's more focused on. Andor's geared to when the Empire is still there. So far, Ahsoka, especially from the second episode, which was a fucking for the Empire. Yeah, that was in there. That was randomly in there with a few guys that
for the Empire. Pew pew. Yeah, that's what it was.
Started shooting at General Syndulla, which is confirmed. Ghost Squad is in it. Only 2 members so far. We don't know where
Only
Zeb.
2.
What? Well, we do know kind of where Zeb is. It's taking place around season 3 of The Mandalorian, so he's probably
out with the squadrons and shit.
Well, he's probably with where Den is right now. I don't know if you remember in The Mandalorian. where Zeb randomly shows up
Yeah.
for the
Like a
beginning. I think
scene.
he's out there.
Like a scene and a half.
I think he's over there right now.
Yeah.
But well, I guess technically 3, because Chopper, the beautiful droid that is annoying as fuck, but we love. This motherfucker thought I was talking about our Chopper.
Yeah, I heard Chopper. I was like, what? I thought he like DM'd you or some shit.
And I literally like pulled back and it said Chopper droid right
like,
back.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like, oh, I'm fucking stupid.
Well, we knew that though, so.
But no, overall, I think the future of Ahsoka is looking brighter than Andor, because that show was definitely dark as fuck.
Oh yeah, Andor was phenomenal, but just from these first 2 episodes, I think it's already close to having it beat.
And I mean, think of it this way, guys. Andor was worked on for months.
Yep.
This Ahsoka has been worked on for close to over a year.
Yeah.
And it's just now being released. Considering most of the time it was probably like done last year, just editing all of it to their liking and final productions, all that reshoots.
Yep.
It's been a year since Ahsoka was not formally announced, but the leaks of Ahsoka becoming a thing started around this time last year.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. For those of you that haven't seen it, we're gonna probably put a spoiler at the beginning of this episode.
Yeah,
so
I'll go back. I'll be like, oh, spoilers for the first 2 episodes of Ahsoka. Don't watch if you haven't seen it.
If you have not
go
seen
watch it,
and you're just watching it for spoilers anyway, I recommend you actually take the fucking time down, lay in your fucking bed, and watch the show, or do what I did and sit here on my computer.
Yeah, I just sat here.
This fucking idiot.
I sat here like that the entire time.
But overall, it was a great episode.
Oh, it was great. Oh my god, it's phenomenal.
I don't think there's anything I would have changed, especially with how the timeline of the story's going. Sabine becoming a Jedi, which when the Darksaber thing happened in Rebels, it was like, oh cool, she could do it. She could become a Jedi, and now they're actually putting the action into motion.
Yep. Oh yeah.
No, it's so far, guys. The first few episodes of Ahsoka are looking really bright. At least for everything. What I see happening now is, and I'm not gonna give my final conclusion if it's better than Andor or The Mandalorian until the season concludes. But from what it looks like for the first 2 episodes, which are always bangers. Andor was a little flat for the first episode.
First episode, first like 3 episodes are kind of flat. Then it started picking up a little bit.
Yeah. So for what's coming, at least as far as everything Ahsoka related, I see it becoming very good, very big. But I'm not ruling out the might of what Andor has put forth. Live action is cool, but you got to do it right. Andor did it right. Mandalorian, it did it right, but it's still slacked.
Yeah.
Now Ahsoka, it's matching both of them together of what we both love: the action and the fact that we can look at a female and be like, "You are hot as fuck. I love you." We're guys. What do you expect? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If that offends anyone, but we're guys. I'm not gonna lie. Seeing Sabine in the Mandalorian armor that we've seen from Rebels,
dude, that was pretty nice. That was pretty nice.
Dude, that was. Oh my god.
That was pretty nice. Pretty nice.
Well, I thought they were gonna use like some plastic armor looking thing.
Oh no, it was full metal.
They did the same thing like they did with Din Djarin's, Bo-Katan's from The Mandalorian. Like their armor, exact same thing, which was phenomenal. Especially in the classic, what is it, like a peach red or something like that?
Yeah, it was like a little bit of peach, a little bit of maroon.
Yeah, it was like a maroon red. It was beautiful. Beautiful all around. The lightsaber was kind of interesting. Oh, spoilers, guys, in the first episode. No, she doesn't die. Okay? Me and Max debated this for like 5 minutes.
Aiden over here was like, oh, she's dead. I was like, no, she ain't dead, bro. She is not dead.
Stabbed in the gut.
Stabbed right in the fucking lung. Aiden was convinced she was dead, but I was like, I saw the trailer. I paid attention to it. Yes, there was flashbacks, but there was also parts of the episodes. I knew she wasn't dead. Just from the trailer.
Now, let me put this into perspective for you guys. No Jedi or Sith or any Force sensitive or non-Force sensitive have ever lived from
A
any
stab right
lightsaber
here.
puncturing right in this area.
Right here.
No one has ever survived
Nope.
that, and the fact that she did, I'm kind of suspicious.
Yeah.
What happened there, but hopefully it's more explained down the line.
I doubt it
even if
will
it's
be
not,
because I think it's just such a minor detail they won't expand on it so much.
Yeah, definitely, probably a minor detail, but
It was really big to us apparently because we debated it for 5 fucking minutes before we fucking started the second episode.
yeah, no. So, fun fact, guys, she does survive. She
Mhm.
ends up reuniting with Ahsoka and becoming her Padawan once again. And overall, it was incredibly interesting.
Oh
to say the
yeah,
least.
that droid. What was that droid's name again? Fuck, the one who did the lightsabers and shit at the temple.
I don't know. Oh yeah.
He's in
Ahsoka
there.
has the droid.
Ahsoka
Yeah,
has the droid.
The droid from the Clone Wars, guys.
Oh
Let
yeah.
me put this into perspective. The fucking Clone Wars. If you guys remember back in the day, it was the in the Clone Wars when Ahsoka took the younglings to Ilum to do all that. Then the pirate scene where he was chopped up into pieces. There are so many references to that exact episode. Those strings of episodes. And it is actually kind of crazy that he is joining Ahsoka on the journey that she's on now. And now I guess so is Sabine. But guys, remember every Wednesday every Tuesday at 9 p.m. a new episode's released every Tuesday.
And there will be an episode of this up. There'll be another recap episode up.
I'm just gonna tell you guys, if you guys haven't seen it yet, go definitely do.
Oh yeah,
if you have
go watch
seen
it.
Feel free to share your guys' comments of what you guys thought of it, because as far as I'm concerned, it brought back some of what Star Wars is supposed to be about.
Yeah.
Weird looking fucking wizards with laser swords.
Yep.
We all fucking love it. And as fun as Andor was, I don't give a fuck about the Empire.
Didn't have enough lightsabers and weird wizardry shit.
It's not even that. I didn't care. I loved the don't get me wrong, I loved the political aspect of Andor, showing what the Empire is like. But why did we love the Clone Wars? Had fucking weird little
laser swords and laser
swords.
guns, baby. It was laser tag, but with swords. That's all it was.
To be fair, it was meant for children. But at the same time, that show was dark as fuck.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
For a 7-year-old, that show was bad. And I remember watching it, seeing like fucking people get decapitated, and I'm just like,
I always got like, Star Wars, woo, Star Wars. I don't know what it is, but Star Wars, woo.
No, and then think of it this way. Rebels was made for like 9-10-year-olds. In the first season, the Grand Inquisitor fucking decapitates 2 dudes in the office. I don't think anyone ever like points out those minor things. Star Wars is not made for kids, whether you put it in animation or not. It is not made for kids.
There will always be some subtle underlines there.
I mean, there is with everything. SpongeBob had so many.
Oh my god, don't even start on that shit.
But no, yeah, if you guys really are really looking forward to Ahsoka, and you wanted, Obi-Wan to be as good as Andor or The Mandalorian, well, look no further. Ahsoka is here.
Oh yeah, Ahsoka's here, baby.
It blew Obi-Wan out of the fucking ballpark.
Oh yeah, and I thought Obi-Wan was fucking great. Aiden and I were over here, what was it, last year when it got released?
Yeah.
We were nerding the fuck out, like, this is the greatest fucking thing Star Wars is producing yet. Like, past the first 6 movies. I think we said the same shit about Andor, and we're like, this could be better.
And it really could be. And I'm not gonna discredit Obi-Wan for what it was. It was a great production for what they could do with Obi-Wan. Again, he didn't leave Tatooine very often, and if he did, it had to be very minor considering Darth fucking Vader was hunting him.
Oh yeah, there wasn't much they really could do. It was really just, okay, Tatooine, fight Vader. That's all it really was. That's all he really did.
Now this is I know this will never happen, but kind of like what they did with The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, where they integrated them both. I really like, for the shows that are in the same timeline, like the Book of Boba Fett, Andor, or well, it's not really Andor, but all that stuff. like if like Obi-Wan and all that stuff. If they merge those together to give some, something a little bit great, and it just has so happened to be Ahsoka. If you guys don't know, Ahsoka takes place in the third season of The Mandalorian, which is I think it's like 8 to 12 ABY. That's the timeline we're looking at for what's going on. It's focus like this show's gonna solely focus on these dark Jedi, which is technically what they are. They're not Sith, but they are not Jedi. They're not either.
Yeah. They're just kind of witches with swords. That's about all it is right now.
Yeah, it's gonna focus around those guys, especially the fucking impact Thrawn's return is gonna have. And I kid you not, guys, this is setting it up perfectly for even going further down the line to where the Yuuzhan Vong invaded the galaxy, which it might not be. It could be anything like that. They could completely throw out the Yuuzhan Vong invading the galaxy, and now we have 2,000 years later, and there's some new thing, some new prophecy that Star Wars could throw out and really leave the Skywalker saga behind. Because even though the Rise of Skywalker ended the saga, it didn't. As much as we want to say it did. We got shows like Ahsoka, Andor, all of it. It might have ended.
It might have ended the main storyline progression, but all these side shows are just it's uncovering so much more side story that we never thought we'd get. Like the shit. Like, where did Ahsoka come from? What did she do after she left? What did Obi-Wan do? Like, there's so much shit that we have uncovered. What was the political side of the Empire? Like, there's so much shit that we would have never dreamed of getting.
And think of it this way, guys. We got everything we've ever wanted out of the Galactic Republic. We literally got it out of the Clone Wars. It had the war itself, it had the political aspect, and it had the troubles and hardships of everyday regular people. It showed Ahsoka leaving. Episode season 7 showed what she did after, and Rebels further than added on to that with Fulcrum, the rebellion, and then now Ahsoka's actual TV show just builds on top of her character more and more. Now, by this time in Ahsoka's life, Vader's dead.
Yeah.
The Empire's dead. All of it. I would like to see, and as shitty as it is, I want to see more people like because we all know Rex was at the Battle of Andor now. I said Andor again. I did that on purpose in the middle of watching it. I said, "Oh look, that looks like it's the Battle of Andor," and he goes,
"I didn't realize." I was like, "Oh yeah, it does." Yeah. I just heard Andor. Then he pointed out, he's like, "You said Andor, right?" I'm like, "Oh."
This fucking idiot. But no, yeah. I want to see more progression for, like, we all know Rex was at the Battle of Andor, and
almost said Andor again.
I did, yeah. And what he did leading up to that. Now with the Bad Batch, we're getting to see what Rex did after the Clone Wars ended. I want to see. Hopefully, the Bad Batch gets to the point of where he ended up, where we see him in Rebels, and then from Rebels, obviously to the Battle of Andor, we know where that ended up. I want to see now what Rex does after the Battle of Andor and what happens. Like, the little shit, like little things like that, expanding upon the characters we already love, doesn't hurt it. Expanding upon Obi-Wan from the first 3 movies and the Clone Wars, what a wonderful idea. I would have never have guessed why in the first original movie of Star Wars ever, Luke was like, "You mean crazy old Ben?" Like, I would have never understood where he put the connection.
Yeah.
Like, you never would have understood. He let him talk to Obi-Wan once.
Only once.
Leia, the reason Leia knew to contact Obi-Wan, "You are my only hope." I mean,
God, that gave me chills just hearing that again, bro. Oh my God. Sorry.
It's like, where the fuck did that come from?
Yeah.
And now we know from Obi-Wan's show that they had a bond from when she was 10.
Yeah.
And it makes the actual movie itself so much more beautiful.
Oh yeah.
It's like
Oh
it's
yeah.
adding on to George Lucas's masterpiece. Now this is just my thing, guys. I think what Disney should do is throw the last 7 movies or the last 3 movies into Legends and scrap it.
Yeah.
Come up with something completely new.
Yeah. Will that happen? Unlikely.
Probably not. They put billions into those movies.
Oh yeah, they put
it.
so much money into that shit. I don't know if it's quite billions, but it's up there.
Oh yeah, no,
it's up there.
It's billions. It's billions. But even if they didn't like necessarily make it Legends, but because this is something I've always wanted to see from Star Wars, and I feel like they could make a lot of fucking money off of it. Actually, going through with what YouTubers make, the Star Wars What If.
Oh my god, dude!
If you got Hayden Christensen and fucking Mace Windu back for what if Palpatine died? What happened?
Yeah, what would happen?
Or
like,
what if Anakin let Windu arrest him instead, or whatever? You know, what if
they just didn't decapitate Dooku? Like, just so much shit. Like,
or
they don't do one thing, it could completely change the entire timeline.
Oh, and this was a good one that I actually there was this YouTuber that threw this one out the other day. What if Commander Fox didn't shoot 5s?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Surprisingly, the entire Republic revolted and started an uproar. But that's one way to tell the story. There's so many fucking possibilities I wish Star Wars would do.
Oh yeah. It could be little like 20-minute spin-off episodes and I'd be happy.
Like kind of like what Disney did with the Marvel What If series.
Yeah.
Even something
do
as
a Star
simple
Wars
as that.
What If series.
Like if they did maybe like an alternate like Star Wars, it's modeled after the Clone Wars. Like if they did the animation of the Clone Wars, I'd be great with that. Thank you, please. But even just the recreations of the like, I wouldn't say do like the entire timeline because that's fucking huge.
Oh yeah.
But definitely like key points that could have turned the galaxy into something completely different than what it turned out to be. Dude, change it. What if the Empire? What if Palpatine tried to declare himself emperor and got ousted from office right there? What happened?
Yeah.
What if when Padme said that she was dying, or they said she was dying from a broken heart, that killed Anakin too. He died.
What if Padme just didn't die?
What if Padme didn't die? What if the children died but she survived?
Yeah. What if Obi-Wan had convinced Anakin to just give himself up while they were fighting?
What if Anakin didn't kill the younglings? Just saying. Because that was a big key point. I'm just saying.
I forget who the Jedi was, but what if, like, this might not be as critical, but I forget who the Jedi was, but what if that one Jedi didn't save Grogu?
No, you can't put him in that.
That could change
Baby Grogu in that.
I'm just saying that could change a lot. The whole Mandalorian series would have been over season 1.
Yeah, pretty much.
What if Bo-Katan never teamed back up with them? Would Din Djarin would have died? Probably.
This is actually a great one considering it falls under the topic of the Mandalorian, because that's a key thing in his little universe of Star Wars. What if Mandalore was never bombed in the Night of 1,000 Tears? What happens? What if Bo-Katan reclaimed Mandalore? What happens? Does the Empire fail? What happens? There's so many possibilities of just anything that you could imagine of Star Wars.
Yep.
And if you guys want like a glimpse, I just recommend you going on YouTube, looking up Star Wars What Ifs. They're amazing to watch. I have watched hundreds of hours of Star Wars What Ifs.
I haven't actually watched many. Surprisingly.
I'm going to let you rephrase what you just said, because you just said, I've only watched many.
I said, I haven't actually watched many is what I meant to say.
Yeah, because that's not what you said. When you watch that video, when you watch that clip back here, I'm like, you fucking idiot.
I'm keeping all this in. This is going in unedited, except for like the intro and the disclaimer at the beginning. All it's going unedited.
Yeah, you fucking bitch.
You good? You good there, bud?
Way too long. I got cotton mouth and I'm not even high.
Dude, you've been up for like over 30 hours.
Guys, I stayed up all day just for this fucking little moment right here. I'm just saying.
Just for this little 30-minute video you stayed up for.
I streamed 3 times today, guys, and I didn't want to stream at all. I didn't even want to go and be a cop today, but you know what? I needed to keep myself awake, so fuck you guys. No, I'm just kidding. I loved it. But no, in all actual seriousness, guys, yes, I have been up for 30 hours, and yes, I'm going mentally crazy. But at the end of the day, Ahsoka was great. Will I think the same way tomorrow? Probably. She was hot. All of them were really hot. Especially that, you know, that the dude, the what is it, the supervisor dude of the yard. So hot. I just wanted to see your face. But no, really, no, like they did a very wonderful job, and you can obviously tell that it's more towards the women of the story. The women of the story are the fucking literal only reason I think it did as well as it did. The actors are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
The characters and what they come from made me giggle like a little girl when I saw fucking Ahsoka for the first time. He definitely giggled like
I giggled like a bitch, bro. I went, oh my god, it's fucking so good. Like, oh my god, dude. Like, yes, we've seen that same actor in The Mandalorian, but like, still, it's crazy.
Different when it really is different when they bring their own show, and you know that, like, obviously we knew from the fucking trailer, Thrawn.
Oh yeah, it was so big.
Knowing what's going on there, and the fact that Sabine can be in here. Because of Grand Admiral Thrawn and Ezra, you know, being in there. It's really crazy to think.
Yeah,
it's really fucking crazy.
Oh yeah. It's pretty fucking nutty, bro.
Well,
pretty fucking nutty.
We've been going on a ramble for way too long, guys.
About 27 minutes.
I'm just gonna say it's great. You guys should definitely go watch it if you guys haven't. And stay tuned for every Tuesday, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for a new episode. Obviously, if you're on the West Coast or any other part of the country that's not the East Coast, figure out your own time zone and what time it'll come out. But for me, it's EST, and I get to see it before any of you. I'm just kidding. I'm not wrong, but at the same time, guys, no, really though, even if you guys don't see it right away, just always think of it in the manner of it is a great show.
Oh yeah,
and
it's phenomenal.
Don't watch the fucking spoilers, because you already know if you're on the West Coast, my shit ain't coming out for 3 hours until after.
Yeah.
So you already know, like, all those popular fucking YouTube things are gonna be like, I watched the video, here's my review.
Yeah, just avoid social media until it comes out, honestly.
Why do you think I distracted myself with streaming GTA all day?
Well, me too. All right, that's all we got for today, though. We will be back when the next episode comes out. And guys,
subscribe,
comment, like, turn on post notifications.
I got cotton mouth and I'm not even high. Have a good day, guys.
All right, see y'all in the next one. See ya.